What is going on, you beautiful people? Welcome to the Accidental Overlander. I am Ryan, and today we are going to talk about airing down and what I have used to air down on every trip I have taken so far. So thank you for joining me on this super hot summer day. So hot I've just broken out the awning just to get a little bit of shade. But first I want to go over some of the reasons why you actually want to air down when you are going overlanding or off-roading. First off, you want to air down, especially in a rocky area, because it gives your wheels a little bit of give. So if you're rolling over a pointed rock, you are less likely to puncture your tire. It gives it a little room for it to move. Another reason, especially if you're in the sand or the mud, is it's going to lengthen and widen the footprint of your actual tire. So when your tires are fully aired up, you only have, this much of a footprint hitting that surface of the asphalt or street that you're driving on. Once you begin to air down, your tire is going to start widening out and getting longer, which is going to let it grip better in those crappy situations. And finally, and perhaps even most importantly, especially if you're trying to save money, your tire is the first thing that is going to be getting all the trauma from all the off-roading that you're doing. The second thing that's going to be getting it is your suspension. So if you've gone out and spent a whole bunch of money on an aftermarket suspension, tearing down your tire is actually going to take some of that pressure off of that suspension and then hopefully make it last longer, which in turn can save you money and you won't have to replace it quite as fast. So there are a ton of different ways that you can actually deflate your tires. As simple as grabbing a regular tire pressure gauge and just using that, all the way up to more inflate that can deflate all four tires at once. So there's a lot of different ways. Some are extremely cheap, like a pebble, which is free on the ground. Tire pressure gauge is pretty cheap as well, all the way up to $200, which those more inflates can do all four tires at once, but it can kind of get a little pricey. So I've kind of found the median range. One of my first buys was these JT Brooks automatic tire deflators. And once you get over 30 and your back starts hurting a little bit, it will save you a lot of time and back pain. All you have to do is screw these things in and they will automatically deflate the tires for you to the PSI that you have set them to. So I personally picked this option as my tire deflator kind of for the ease of it. One of the ones that takes out the valve stem, which deflates your tire really quickly, but it also, you have to bend over next to each tire for a set amount of time. And then I'm the kind of guy that would forget to put the valve stem back before taking it out and then have whole other problems and just deflating my tires. This option kind of gives me, I can screw it into each of my tires so they can all be deflating at one time, and then I don't have to worry about it because they are going to stop as soon as they hit the PSI that I have programmed them to do. So JT Brooks has two types of these automatic tire deflators. The ones I have are about $100. They also have regular ones that you have to set up yourself, and they're only 70 bucks. You have to manually set them, and once they're set, you're gonna have to go through that trouble all over again if you ever want to set them to a different PSI. So that's why I went with these ones, because these ones you can actually change the PSI whenever you want. I might not recommend doing that all the time. I usually just kind of keep them at 18, and then if I ever needed to change them, I can. But for the most part, they're always at 18. And then if I want to change them, all I have to do is unscrew the top and then change where they're set to at that moment. All right, so the tires I have are Toyo tires, and they are 285 70 R17s. So they're a pretty decent size, not the biggest tires obviously out there, about 32, 33s. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in, and then I'm going to time it with my phone to see how long it takes it down from the 32 PSI down to 18. So you can see it's actually at 33, I think, from sitting in the sun on this 100-degree day. So we'll see how long it goes from 33 to 18 with using one of these deflators. And they're very easy to use. All you have to do is screw them in, and then usually pull. You might have to pull the end out just a touch. And if it ever gives you like a loud vibration, because sometimes the air will be coming out, but you can kind of hear a vibration going on, I'll just pull it out, and then that vibration will stop as well. You can see it's kind of stopped, and all I'm going to do is pull out on this, and then it's going to go. The wind in my face doesn't feel bad either. I'll let you know how good it does. All right. So we got 3 minutes and 35 seconds. 0.41. So, like I said, I know there's faster options out there. And if you want to add, I don't know, obviously you have to go around to 4 tires. Add 5 to 7 seconds to go around to each tire and screw it in. You know, you could add 20 or 30 seconds to that, making it, you know, about 4 minutes, I guess. Maybe a little more, a little less, depending on how fast you're moving. But yeah. And you just uncap it. Yeah, right at 17. So it did its job. Comes with this very nice little case that holds all 4 of them. It actually came with a card as well that showed you how to use them, but I ended up kind of just tossing that because it was taking up space in here, and after using them a few times, it's pretty self-explanatory. But it does come with a card that fits in here as well that shows you how to use them. I hope that helped you out. If you're an old man like me and didn't want to bend over every time you had to deflate a tire because your back would give out, then this could be a good option for you. So they are the JT Brooks Automatic Tire Deflators. I will leave a link in the description below just in case you are interested in buying them. I know there are a lot of other options out there. Even right before I made this video, I kind of went on just to see the other ones. I noticed that All Top is actually making supposedly the exact same type of tire deflators as these, and theirs are going for $35. If you want, I'll leave a link in the description below for those as well. I would hope that they're at least not quite as durable, with the price difference being 70 bucks, but that's just me since I've already spent the 100. So I'll leave a link to both of those, but I can't say anything about the All Top ones because I've never used them or anything like that. But I just thought that was a cool option because those were not around when I went to buy these a couple years ago. But I hope this helps you out if you were kind of looking between tire deflators. It doesn't take too long. They work very well. They do what they're supposed to do. And I've had them for 2-3 years now, and they have never failed me yet. As always, if you have any questions, just ask them in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I always do. And I will see you next time.